Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich with Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. We're bringing you NFL Week 1 previews, and the Detroit Lions, who haven't won a game since '07, travel to the Bayou to face on the New Orleans Saints here. Jim Schwartz's debut. What do you see for the Lions? How can they win this game?
Well, the keys to victory for the Lions, they're starting Matt Stafford, so they want to develop that running game. Give the ball to Kevin Smith. He's a really good running back. He can find creases that most backs can't for a tall guy. You know, he's 6'2", 220, but he kind of reminds me, his moves remind me a little bit of Marcus Allen, how he can slide in and out of holes and make people miss. Also, you want to work Pettigrew into the offense. Saints have a weakness on the outside linebackers with Fujita at one starting linebacker and Shanley at the other starting linebacker. So Pettigrew has a size advantage, has a mismatch. You can exploit those outside linebackers. Also, don't be afraid to test that Saints secondary. I know with the new defensive coordinator they have, Greg Williams, can want to attack and blitz, but don't be afraid to throw against that Saints secondary. Also, number 3, protect Matt Stafford. That offensive line has to hold up, because with Greg Williams, you know he's going to bring the pass rush. He's going to bring the blitzes from all across. You might see a corner blitz, you might see a safety blitz. Any one of those outside linebackers or inside backer might blitz. So you're going to see a lot of different fronts and coverages and blitzes. So they have to protect Matt Stafford.
I love Kevin Smith, very versatile, underrated running back. Of course, you got Calvin Johnson on the outside. I think this offense could have success against this Saints defense. I think it'll be a shootout, but I think the Saints, again, they have too much offense. Can the Lions secondary hold up against the Saints? Maybe every once in a while, but Jeremy Shockey's now learning the offense now in his second full year with the Saints. You got Colson, you got Henderson, you got Meacham, and of course you got the most accurate passer in the game in Drew Brees. The offensive line is going to be playing well, but a big key loss for New Orleans are the 2 defensive ends who are going to sit out the first couple of games of suspension. Charles Grant and Will Smith, they're out.
One thing, my keys to victory for the Saints, they have to find a running game. I know that was their whole project this offseason. Develop some depth behind Pierre Thomas and Reggie Bush. They have to generate some type of running game in order to keep defenses honest. But one thing that they have going from this game, another key to victory, is spread Detroit out. The Saints have more good wide receivers than Detroit has good cornerbacks. So you look at Meacham, that improved this preseason. He's always been a good wideout. You look at Colson, you look at Lance Moore, you look at Henderson, you look at Shockey, who's healthy, so he did dynamic things in the preseason. So if they spread these guys out, you also got to factor in Reggie Bush as a receiver. He can also get out there and make some people miss. How healthy is he? We don't know. But if he's out there, he's going to be versatile. So if they just spread Detroit out, their 4th receiver is better than their 4th cornerback. Now, defensively, they want to get after Matt Stafford. Stafford is what he is. He's going to be a 53 to 55% passer. He's going to have some wild plays. He's going to have some plays where he's going to overthrow receivers by 20 yards. So the Saints, they're going to have some opportunities to pick off some passes against Detroit. So they want to rattle Matt Stafford and play up to the home crowd. That's one of the toughest places to play, is in that Superdome. The Saints don't lose at home. I'm going to go with the Saints in this one because they're starting a rookie quarterback in Detroit, and the Saints are playing at home. That's one place they do not lose.
I like Stafford a lot more than you. I think the Saints are going to win by 7 because I think their secondary is a little better than Detroit. I like a lot of players that guys get injured last year. Tracy Porter, Usama Young, and they drafted Michael Jenkins. Now they got a veteran calling up from the safety position, Darren Sharper. So I think New Orleans will get away with it, but they need those 2 ends back quickly.
I think that those ends probably won't be a factor for this game, at least. They wouldn't have to worry about Detroit too much. Maybe if they were starting Culpepper, then you can say Detroit has a chance. But starting a rookie on the road, hostile environment, no dice.
I'm going to say the Saints by a touchdown. He likes the Saints. For more Week 1 previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.